Good evening, Tucson. Good and to everyone out there. So, um, so I'm editing my work videos because I don't want to be sued for using a specific word in there. So I'm removing them from the old videos, from the very, very beginning, from the very first ones. And that's all I'm deleting. It's just a certain name I was using. Um, and I just didn't want any repercussions in the future. So, I do have the right to sue letter. I got it over a month ago. I just wasn't sure about sharing it, but I did change the date on my page. Sorry for the shadow. Let me change that light. I've been working on some art pieces. I'm gonna upload them in the next day or so. So much shadow. I mean, I don't mind it. It just kind of looks like I got like a knife on my face. And I don't. There we go. Much better. My eyes are nice and green today. Pretty cool. I like that. So my eyes are hazel. I got in a fight one time when I was young. I was getting my driver's license at, I think I was 21 when I got my driver's license. But I drove long before then. My dad used to get mad at me a lot. I used to borrow cars when I was 17. And they'd come into the house. You see my car? My dad I would hide it around the block. I used to hitchhike too. And one of his friends caught me. I lied to him. I said I wasn't doing it. And then he saw me and then he bought me a car. So, and it's a big city where I'm from. So he was worried about my safety. And that's cool. It worked out. But, so when I was going through it, I started remembering something. So when I first came here to Tucson, I didn't have a car, but I would use my dad's old clunker. It was bad. And I went to a local grocery store here at their gas station, and I noticed that I put in my gas, but it would land on a penny. So it was $12. It was $12 and a penny. Hold on, please. My grandson. Yeah, I think he stopped. And and then when I went to bring it, I went to bring that one penny that was cash to the cashier at the pump. It's like, no, that's okay. It does it all the time. No, that's not okay. Because most grocery stores employees hold shares. That's lost money. That should not be that's no big deal. Pennies add up. I remember all the time I would find 11 cents in some form. A nickel and 6 pennies, I think it was. Or I'd find pennies all the time. And I have a jar full of pennies over the years. And then I use it, and then, and then I find them again and I use them. The pennies add up. I don't care if it only is 1 cent. So I talked to manager in the store, and they're like, yeah, no problem, it still wasn't being fixed. So I called headquarters. They sent me all the way up to the vice president to get that fixed. And I gave them the numbers of how much they were losing per day, because not everybody pays with a debit card. With the debit card, they think, oh, they made the mistake, it doesn't matter. But when you're paying in cash, that's a whole different ballgame. And he agreed, and they fixed it immediately. But it took me 3 weeks to get them to fix that. That's a lot of money lost. I wanted to talk about that because, it's little, it's minor, but it doesn't, it can add up. And what do I care? I'm just a consumer, right? I care because if they're losing money, that means it goes up for us. And that's no different than somebody going in and stealing from the store. And nobody should take that lightly. So, I wanted to talk about that. So if you see something, say something. Because in the long run, it's going to save us money. And also, before you complain about those gas prices, do some research on how they get that gas. Those men risk their lives for us to have that gas. So think about that the next time you want to complain. Alright, peace, God bless. Remember, God loves you first.